All right, hello everybody. I'm hidden behind some stuff here. All right, this is the video for January the 12th. Yes, Tuesday, January the 12th, 2021. Quick video, not going to take very long. Very short little snippet here. A couple of announcements, real quick. iNow is up to date. I have graded the microscope parts review sheet. I have also you've got your grades for the microscope test. Um, you All of that is now on iNow. I sent out an email yesterday telling folks that I've graded the review sheet. You've got it back, so you should know what you've made on it. Um, with class being out yesterday because of snow, and I hope you got out and enjoyed the snow. You do have two warm-ups today, so let's take a look at them real quick here. You need to get these typed in and written in, so you can hit pause when I get through reading these. Which two parts of the microscope should be handled to move the microscope? That's Mondays. You need to type that in and answer it. Tuesday's warm-up, today's warm-up. If the eyepiece magnifies at 10 times, and if the medium power magnifies at 20 times, what is the total magnification? All right, and remember, we're dealing with multiplication. That's your big hint right there. So hit pause, type in your warm-up, and we will continue on. All right, so let's go to, remember, it doesn't matter what class you're in. You need to go to your class period, click on classwork. Today we're going to start chapter 2 in the green book. This is going to be a little bit slow because, as you can tell, I'm at home today. So this Chromebook is just not quite as fast as my computer at school. All right, you need to click on Chapter 2, Lesson 1. Remember, you want to have a page where you can hear me talking, and you want a page where you're going to be able to do your work, and you're going to want to type on the Google document right here. This will be the page that you will be typing on. Okay, you don't click on the PDF, but I'm going to click on the PDF right here, and I will be showing you the words and the information that we went over. All right, we're going to do a review here. We're going to do a review for a little while because it's super important. Remember, this is an introductory to biology class. So in 2 years' time, you'll be a freshman in high school, and some of you will be taking biology in high school. And this information is extremely important. What we're about to cover right here lays the foundation for everything that you need to know biology-wise. So lots of this is going to be a review. We will go into a little bit more detail with some items than what we did earlier in the year, but let's go ahead and march on. We are going to talk about what is life to start off with. Now, on your review sheet, number 1 is organism. So basically, we're going to go down through these in order and let you get these things typed in there. Remember, hit pause when I get through with definitions and with answers so that you can get the information typed in. All right, so what is an organism? All right, well, if you will look right here, you will see that in this very first paragraph, it says, if you were to ask to name some living things or organisms, you might name yourself, a pet, and maybe some insects or plants. You'd probably not mention a moss growing in a shady spot, the mildew on bathroom tiles, or the slime molds that ooze across a lawn. But all these things are organisms. So organisms, it can be anything, including you, plants, fungus, all of those things are living things. So what do you write down for organisms? Okay. Well, let me get my trusty marker out here. And for organisms, it's a very simple definition, only 2 words. You can type in living things. Hit pause. Okay, an organism is any living thing. Okay, any living thing is an organism. It doesn't matter if it's an ant crawling across your yard, a housefly, a mouse. It doesn't matter if it's the plant outside your bedroom window, bacteria that is growing on basically everything that you can think of. All of those things are organisms. Okay. Now, number 2 on your review sheet, ask you to list six items which are characteristics for living things. All right. Those 6 items are located right here between that line and this line right here are the 6 items that you got to know about. These are the 6 things that make up a living or what are the characteristics of living things. So let's look at these here in between them, and I will number them as we go. It says all living things have cellular organization. That's number 1. That means that every living thing that we know of is made of cells. Everything. We do not know of anything on earth that is living that is not made up of cells. Every living thing on earth is made of cells. All right, number 2, contains similar chemicals. All right, what that means is every living thing on earth has the same type of chemicals inside of them, whether it's water, which is very important for all organisms, proteins, carbohydrates, nucleic acids. Every living thing that we know of is made up of those chemicals. The tree growing across the street has genetic material in its DNA that's nucleic acid. Well, we've got nucleic acid in us as well. So every living thing has nucleic acids. Okay. All right. Number 3, right here is where number 3 starts. Use energy. Every living thing uses energy. You're using energy to listen to me and to type right now. The bird that just flew by my window is using energy to fly. The plants out in front of my house, they are using energy to make food, especially the green plants there's a holly bush sitting right here on the corner of my house, and it is using energy to make food for itself. All right. The 4th thing that that is a characteristic for all living things. Every living thing responds to their surroundings. Well, what does that mean? Okay, so responding to your surroundings means that when, say, for example, when your alarm clock goes off in the morning, what do? Hit snooze? Do you get up, roll back over, go back to sleep? That is your response. A dog, when he hears food hitting the bowl, what does he do? He runs for it. Okay. When you're on your bike, what do you do when you hear a car horn blow? You jump to see what's going on around you. Plants will react to sunlight to get themselves into position so that they can be in a prime situation to receive sunlight. So that right there is responding to their surroundings. You react in some form or fashion. All right. The 5th characteristic, grow and develop. All living things grow and develop. Look at you, how much you've grown and developed since you were a little baby. Look at when you were a little baby, you couldn't walk, you couldn't talk, you couldn't feed yourself. Now look at yourself. All right. Walking, running, you have a huge vocabulary. You can even feed yourself now. So, and the largest trees start from a seed. An oak tree grows from an acorn. So all living things start out small and they have to develop and grow in some form or some fashion. Even single-celled organisms like bacteria does start out smaller and then they'll grow a little bit larger in order to reproduce so that they can divide. The last characteristic is reproduce. Yeah, every living thing has to reproduce. Plants, sorry, I thought I heard somebody coming in. Plants they reproduce. Many use seeds. Some fungus use spores. Of course, we have babies. A kitten is the offspring of cats and puppies from dogs. All right. Without the ability to reproduce, then your species will go extinct. Don't know what happened to the dinosaurs. We got pretty good ideas, but we don't know for sure what exactly happened to the dinosaurs. What we do know is that something happened that made it so that dinosaurs could no longer reproduce. And when they could no longer reproduce, their species became extinct. So, all right, number 3 on your review sheet is a fill in the blank. Okay. And right here is where you'll find that answer right there. All organisms are made of small building blocks called cells. Okay. All organisms are made of small building blocks that are called cells. And the next word, the next word, number 4, is cell. What is a cell? All right, I'm underlining it right here. You should be able to remember this from when we went over it earlier in the year. A cell is a basic unit of structure and function in an organism. Okay. A cell is the basic unit of structure and function in an organism. Hit pause. Okay. All living things are made of cells. They are the smallest items that make up everything. It doesn't matter the organism, it's made of cells, and cells are the basic units that make up all those items. Okay. Now, if you'll scroll down a little bit, number 5, I believe, is going to be unicellular, and number 6 is multicellular. That is correct. All right, so number 5, unicellular. All right, let me get my marker back here. All right, unicellular. Uni means one, cellular means cell. So for unicellular, all you got to do is type single-celled organism. Hit pause. Okay, a unicellular organism is an organism that is only one cell big. Bacteria, protists. There's some fungi that is like that as well. If it's an organism and it's only one cell big, it's called unicellular. Now, just the opposite, you and I are millions of cells. We are made up of trillions of cells. So we are what is called multicellular. And that is multicellular organisms are composed of many cells that are specialized to do certain tasks. All right, hit pause and type that in. All right, multicellular. Basically, we have different cells inside of us that does different jobs, such as we've got nerve cells that help us understand what's going on around us, muscle cells that help us to move. We got bone cells that help to hold us up. We got skin cells that protect our outside. So we have many different type of cells on the inside of us, and all of their jobs are to do different things inside of our body. All right. Not sure if I can. Nope, I can't do that. So I got to do this and move over here to the page that has the creature that looks like the Rainforest Cafe frog. And I have had people say, is that a real frog? Is that how they really look? And it is. That really is how they look. They look like alien frogs. They certainly do, but it is real frog. The next question on there ask you, or it's a fill in the blank, and you'll find it right here. And better look to see which one is the blank of all living things are composed of blank. Okay. So it is this right here. It's the very first line right here. The cells of all living things are composed of chemicals. All right. Every creature out there is made up of certain chemicals that are the same. All right. We talked about some of them just a second ago: water, protein, carbohydrates, nucleic acids. All right, so that fill in the blank right there. You've got the answer. Hit pause, put your answer in there. And I think we've got one more that we're going to answer here. What is the most abundant chemical in cells? Now, you should know this. You should know this one easy. What is the number one chemical on Earth? Okay. If you said, I shouldn't even have to get the marker here for it. The most abundant chemical in cells is water. Yeah, water is the number one most important thing. All right, well, that's it for today. That gets you caught up. Tomorrow, I will see you in class. We all get to return to school tomorrow, and I am certainly looking forward to seeing you. Today was a little bit short video, and tomorrow we will start stretching our legs once again, getting used to getting back into school. So look forward to seeing you then. Hope you have a great day, and roll tide. See you later.